What up, y'all? This is your boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Mello, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report for Wednesday, August 20th, 2014, delivering some of the major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook or Twitter, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Mello. That's RYMELO, or on Twitter @The Enter Report. It was revealed today that Billy Crystal will present a tribute to Robin Williams on Monday's Emmy Awards. Executive producer Don Michener said Tuesday. Sarah Bareilles will handle the in memoriam musical duties. Following Williams' suicide during a show at the Greek Theater, Bareilles dedicated her song Hercules to his memory and family. Last week, Michener said that the 66th Annual Emmy Awards will remember Williams with a proper and meaningful remembrance. At the red carpet rollout and Emmys Governor Ball's preview in downtown Los Angeles, California this morning, Michener also said that there will be 26 awards handed out in 3 hours on August 25th. The final two awards of the night will be Best Drama and Best Comedy. In addition to Michener, also executive producing the award show hosted by Seth Meyers are Glenn Weiss, Danette Herman, Keith Raywood, Bob Dickinson, and Steve Jordan, along with Charlie Haykel and Julianne Hare. Williams was found dead in his Tiburon, California home on August 11th from an apparent suicide. Twitter has begun suspending accounts that posted images relating to the execution of American journalist James Foley, who was beheaded by ISIS militants. Twitter CEO Dick Costolo announced the policy change via his own account early Wednesday, writing, "We have been and are actively suspending accounts as we discover them related to this graphic imagery. Thank you." While the account is not verified, a spokesperson at the social media giant confirmed to the Wrap that the tweet did indeed come from Costolo. The Twitter executive included a link to a New York Times story on Foley in his message. Costolo tweeted, "We have been and are actively suspending accounts as we discover them related to this graphic imagery. Thank you." A video of Foley being executed was posted Tuesday on YouTube. The disturbing footage shows Foley dressed in an orange tunic and kneeling as a hooded ISIS militant stands next to him. The militant speaks perfect English in what sounds like a British accent. Masked man, who is holding a knife, says Foley's execution is in retaliation for U.S. airstrikes ordered by President Barack Obama against ISIS in Iraq. U.S. and British security agencies are trying to determine the man's identity. As the footage plays, Foley is shown reading a message presumably written by the kidnappers, and says his real killer is America. "I wish I had more time. I wish I could have the hope for freedom to see my family once again," he states. The militant stands next to Stephen Staloff, an American contributor to Time. The killer issues a chilling threat saying, "The life of this American citizen, Obama, depends on your next decision." In an interview with the Wrap Tuesday, Time said Staloff, 31, was not on assignment for the magazine at the time of his kidnapping in August 2013. ISIS, which stands for the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria, has been on a deadly rampage in hopes of creating an Islamic State in the Middle East. President Obama addressed Foley on death Wednesday, saying that the murder shocks the conscience of the entire world. Mr. Obama added that the group speaks for no religion, calls its ideology a cancer that must not spread. CNN's Don Lemon, back in the news studio after several nights of covering the unrest in Ferguson, Missouri, said a member of the National Guard overseeing the demonstration there used the N-word while speaking with one of his producers. Lemon said Tuesday that a member of the National Guard, whom he did not identify, was urging the white producer to get out of the area so that the producer would be safe. Lemon said, "I'm just going to be honest with you. Last night one of my producers said that I won't say if it's a he or a she because I don't want to give anyone away, says that they came in contact with one of the members of the National Guard and they said, you want to get out of here because you're white, because these N-words, you never know what they're going to do. True story, I kid you not. 2014, a member of the National Guard, and my producer doesn't lie. It's a true story." Lemon was being asked about a proposal to make police officers wear cameras. Lemon said such a policy might limit the types of people who choose to become officers. Lemon and CNN's Jake Tapper were both pushed by police and had to flee tear gas while covering the protests in Ferguson. Demonstrators are demanding justice for Michael Brown, an 18-year-old unarmed black man who was shot on August 9th by a Ferguson police officer. Police have arrested dozens, including reporters. The arrest and use of tear gas and rubber bullets have prompted widespread complaints that law enforcement are overreacting to the looting that took place soon after the shooting and the few isolated attacks on officers since then. President Obama has called on protesters to demonstrate peacefully and for police to respect freedom of speech and the press. Thanks to the unrelenting state of unrest in Ferguson, Missouri, CNN has been the top dog in the key cable news demo for the last 2 days. Now its New Day morning show has a fresh best ever mark. Tuesday's New Day reeled in 251,000 viewers in the 2554 demo. That's a far cry from its June 17, 2013 debut when the CNN show had just 95,000 demo viewers. By comparison, Fox and Friends have 212,000 demo viewers yesterday, slipping to second place. The last time New Day out-delivered Fox and Friends was on July 16, 2013, when protests erupted following George Zimmerman's acquittal in the killing of Trayvon Martin, and that was just by 6%, 186,000 versus 176,000 versus Tuesday's 18%. Of course, Fox and Friends more than double New Day in total viewers, the standard breakdown by that metric. Among the rest of the Tuesday cable news competition, MSNBC's Morning Joe had 108,000 in the demos, while Headline News' morning programming got 85,000. At the aforementioned programming, all runs from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Beyond the morning scramble, CNN also topped primetime and total day in the news demo on Tuesday, as it did on Monday. For Newsday, Chris Cuomo is reporting from Ferguson, Missouri. BT has emerged triumphant in a lawsuit brought against it by a woman who ran a Facebook fan page for the series The Game after a judge in U.S. District Court in Florida granted BT's motion for summary judgment. Stacey Mattox brought her lawsuit against BT in July 2013, claiming the company breached their agreement over the Game fan page. Mattox launched the page in 2008 before BT resuscitated the show following its CW cancellation. According to the order granted BT's motion, the network hired Mattox part-time in 2011, paying her $30 an hour to maintain her fan page. BT has emerged triumphant in a lawsuit brought against it by a woman who ran a Facebook fan page for the series The Game after a judge in U.S. District Court in Florida granted BT's motion for summary judgment. Stacey Mattox brought her lawsuit against BT in July 2013, claiming the company breached their agreement over the Game's fan page. Mattox launched the page in 2008 before BT resuscitated the show following its CW cancellation. According to the order granted by BT's motion, the network hired Mattox part-time in 2011, paying her $30 an hour to maintain her fan page. In 2011, an agreement between Mattox and BT prohibited BT from changing Mattox's administrative rights to the page. In exchange, she granted the network's administrative access to the page and agreed that the network could, quote, update the content of the page from time to time as determined by BT in its sole discretion. Things went south, oddly enough, after BT discussed bringing Mattox on full-time. In June 2012, Mattox told BT that she would restrict the network's administrative access to the page until such time as we can reach an amicable and mutually beneficial resolution regarding Mattox's employment. In response, BT got Facebook to migrate fans to another The Game page and to shut down Mattox's page. The network also got Twitter to disable the account she was using to promote the series. Mattox sued on a number of counts, including notorious interference and breach of contract. However, on Wednesday, Judge James I. Cohen sided with BT, granting its motion for summary judgment. Cohen found that BT could not be found guilty of notorious interference because, under Florida law, it had justification in interfering as an interested party. Cohen wrote, "A defendant is not a stranger to a business relationship if the defendant has any beneficial or economic interest in or control over that relationship. Thus, a party cannot be liable for tortious interference when it has a supervisory interest in how the relationship is conducted or a potential financial interest in how a contract is performed." Cohen ruled that BET was justified in its actions because Mattox created the initial breach of the agreement by restricting its administrative access to the Facebook page. Cohen wrote that action by Mattox materially breached the letter agreement, thereby excusing BET's performance of its obligations under the contract. According to Mattox, cannot maintain a breach of contract claim based on BET's later removal of the Facebook page. Rapper Nicki Minaj finally dropped a music video for her single Anaconda on Tuesday night. The video features 4 minutes and 50 seconds of big butts that serve Mix-a-Lot's intones in the sample lines for his hit Baby Got Back. An anthem to women with curves, Minaj certainly isn't shy about showing hers off. The rapper's bosom backside is front and center as she slithers around Drake during a lap dance sequence. She also twerks, slaps a backup dancer's butt, and struts around a pink sports bra and G-string. It's the same outfit she unleashed on Instagram. In addition to all the aerobics activity, Nicki and her backup posse lift a few weights. Then the superstar turned video vixen takes time out to whip something up in the kitchen. Seriously, there's a cooking segment. Minaj plans to perform the single at the MTV Video Music Awards on August 24th. Clearly, the lyrics, which include a string of N-words, will have to be cleaned up. But beyond that, it's hard to imagine a performance that won't stir up much attention and publicity as Miley Cyrus and Robin Thicke did last year. The Parents Television Council has already come out and asked MTV to show an appropriate rating for the sexual content the show will broadcast, suggesting that last year's Cyrus Twerk Fest was deserving of a TVMA rating. With Anaconda as a part of the lineup, one has to imagine rather racy performance to go along with it, especially if this video isn't any indication. Also, Minaj, Ariana Grande, and Jessie J will be opening the MTV Video Music Awards, which will air on Sunday, August 24th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The trio will perform their single Bang Bang, which they released in July. It acts as the first single from Jessie J's upcoming third studio album, and it will appear on the deluxe edition of Grande's second studio album, My Everything, available on August 25th. The music video for Bang Bang will be released after the performance across MTV's websites and at bangbang.mtv.com. While Minaj and Grande were announced as performers previously, this announcement adds Jessie J to the mix. Beyonce, Usher, 5 Seconds of Summer, Maroon 5, Iggy Azalea, Taylor Swift, and Sam Smith are also slated to perform. Jessie J said in a statement, When I was the VMA House Artist in 2011, I had a broken foot and I sat on the stage dreaming about being on that main stage. So when I say that this performance is a dream come true for me, I truly mean it. And to be able to share this moment with superstars like Ariana and Nicki is going to be such an amazing night. Additionally, MTV announced on Wednesday that pop star and new The Voice coach Gwen Stefani and e-reality star Kim Kardashian have joined the show's list of presenters, which also includes Demi Lovato, Lorde, Taylor Schilling, Laverne Cox, and Uzo Aduba, Dylan O'Brien, Nina Dobrev, Jason Derulo, and Trey Songz. The series finale of FX's Son of Anarchy will be on December 9th. Kurt Sutter, the creator of the FX biker drama, confirmed via Twitter that Jax Teller, Gemma, and the rest of the Sun's crew will ride off into the sunset on December 9th. The final season of Son of Anarchy will premiere September 9th at 10 p.m. with a supersized season premiere that will run an hour and 45 minutes. Guest stars on the upcoming 7th and final season of the series include shock rocker Marilyn Manson and Glee star Lea Michele. After Sons wraps up, Sutter, who signed a new overall deal with 20th Century Fox Television in July, will begin production on his upcoming FX drama series, The Bastard Executioner. Pop stars Taylor Swift and Justin Bieber have been called out by Elizabeth Arden for contributing to the beauty's conglomerate's decline in net sales. The pop star's fragrance, Swift's Wonderstruck and Enchanted, and Bieber's Girlfriend, Someday in the Key, grossed weaker than expected sales, while the company saw a 13.4% decline in sales overall over the past year. Elizabeth Arden said they expected weaker than usual sales, but were not anticipating how dismal sales for celebrity perfumes would be. The company said in a statement announcing its financial results for its fourth fiscal quarter and year ending June 30th, 2014, the decline in sales of celebrity fragrance, particularly Justin Bieber and Taylor Swift's fragrance, was steeper than anticipated. The declined sales of Swift's and Bieber's fragrance are in sharp contrast to when their first scents were released in 2011. That year, Wonderstruck and Someday helped revitalize the celebrity perfume industry with a reported 57% jump in sales. During its initial launch, Bieber's Someday briefly knocked classic scents Chanel No. 5 and Coco Mademoiselle off the top spot. Other celebrities who have put out perfumes through Elizabeth Arden include Mariah Carey, Britney Spears, and Nicki Minaj. Elizabeth Arden is also behind Elizabeth Taylor's White Diamonds, which is still the best-selling celebrity perfume of all time, 20 years after its launch in 1991. Action star Jackie Chan has apologized over his son's arrest on drug-related charges, saying he feels ashamed and sad. His son, actor J.C. Chan, 31, was detained on Thursday by Beijing police, who said more than 100 grams of marijuana were found in his home. It came amid a crackdown on drugs which had already netted several celebrities. Jackie Chan was named an official narcotics control ambassador by Chinese police in 2009. Jackie Chan said in his official account on Chinese microblogging site Sina Weibo, "With regards to the incident involving my son JC, I am very angry and shocked. As a public figure, I am ashamed. As a father, I am very sad, and his mother is heartbroken. I told JC, if you have done something wrong, you must bear the consequences. As your father, I am willing to face the road ahead with you." The Hong Kong film star added that he hoped young people would learn from JC's lesson and avoid drugs, and apologizes on JC Chan's behalf. JC Chan and Taiwanese movie star Kai Ko, 23, were both detained on Thursday, with police saying they tested positive for marijuana. Mr. Chan was put under criminal detention for the suspected crime of, quote, providing a shelter for others to abuse drugs, Beijing police said. If convicted, he faces a maximum prison term of 3 years. Mr. Chan's management firm, M. Stones International, apologized on his behalf for the social impact caused and said that they would supervise his rehabilitation and help him return to the right path. Last week, 42 artist management agencies in Beijing signed an agreement with police pledging not to recruit celebrities with reported drug use problems. In June, Chinese President Xi Jinping called for forceful measures to tackle illegal drug use in the country. And finally, Jimi Hendrix's first two posthumous studio albums, The Cry of Love and Rainbow Bridge, which both originally came out in 1971, will be available as newly remastered CD, LP, and digital reissues next month. Audio engineer Bernie Grundman, whose mastering credits include Prince's Purple Rain and Michael Jackson's Thriller, went back to the original analog masters for each album to get the best sound possible. And each issue will feature the original album art and track orders. It will also be the first time that Rainbow Bridge has been available as an official CD. The Cry of Love originally came out less than 6 months after Hendrix's death on September 18, 1970, and was compiled by engineer Eddie Kramer and Jimi Hendrix Experience drummer Mitch Mitchell. The guitar icon recorded the majority of the songs on the album between December 1969 and the summer of the following year at his New York studio Electric Lady, with the intention of releasing it as a double album titled First Rays of the New Rising Sun. That album was later pieced together for a 1997 release featuring recordings with Mitchell, bassist Billy Cox, drummers Buddy Miles on Easy Rider, and experienced bassist Noel Redding, as well as a guest appearance by Steve Winwood. Rainbow Bridge, which Kramer and Mitchell also compiled, originally came out in October 1971 and contained more music from the sessions that made up The Cry of Love. The record contained a studio version of Hendrix's Star Spangled Banner, as well as a single live recording of Hear My Train A-Comin', which he recorded in 1970. The album also features appearances by Miles and Redding, as well as a guest shot by the Ronettes, who provide backing vocals for Earth Blues. Both reissues will be available on September 16th. And that is your entertainment report for Wednesday, August 20th, 2014. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Mello. I'll be back tomorrow delivering some of the major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook or on Twitter, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Mello. That's RAYMELO. Or on Twitter @The Enter Report. I'll see you again tomorrow. Have a great day, everyone.